A couple days later, she goes again, "When are you breaking up with your girlfriend?" And I say, "Stop that, you know it ain't gonna happen." And this continued for a few weeks until yesterday I got extremely pissed and said, "Even if I'm not with her, why the hell would I date you?" Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go over them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today, gonna go over a story titled, "I, a 20-year-old male, have an awkward friend who wants me to leave my girlfriend and date her. I told her nicely that it won't happen, but she's unrelenting, and I'm contemplating breaking our friendship." And guys, this story is a perfect example of the expression, "no good deed goes unpunished." This is about a young guy, he's 20, and he befriended this girl who was a little awkward. He could sense something about her, red flags if you will. But he felt bad for her, and he became friends with her, included her in his friend group and all that. And guess what? She became obsessed with him. And it's gotten to the point now that she's trying to break him up with his girlfriend. Even going so far as to, well, I'm not going to say what happens, but you'll see in this situation. And that's a perfect example, guys, why I say, in my opinion, guys and girls can't be friends, but for lots of reasons. But one of them is that you just don't need to bring that drama into your life. In my opinion, the only real reason is to date them or hook up with them. And other than that, you be friends with a girl, and let's just say that she's really into you. Some of them can get really outright crazy. And this story here is literally could be the plot of a movie. And you'll see what we're talking about in a minute. And this girl doesn't care the damage she caused, to the point that this guy's actually really worried that she's going to do some harm to herself or someone else. It's a very important lesson here, and you'll see the things she pulls. And let me tell you, one of the things that she pulls, if the situation was reversed and a guy pulled that, you can only imagine what would happen, especially in today's world. And you'll see more as I get into this story. He says, "Hi, relationship advice. My name is Tom, and I befriended an awkward classmate, Wendy, a friend from university, and we became pretty good friends. She managed to also slowly become friends with a few of my friends from my friend group and comes to hang out with us often." Awkward. Key word there. On her side of things, me and my friends from my group are the only real friends she has on campus, if you know what I mean. Now, I've been dating my long-term girlfriend, Sue, since freshman year, and since she has her own group of friends, hanging out and finding our time is a bit difficult at times, but we manage well. Recently, with finals on our heads, I only really hung out with Sue in my free time, that too in the library when we were doing things our own thing and studying. If you notice these sentences are a little off, bear with me, he wrote this, not me. I don't know how or why this came up, but one day after finals, when we finally hung out a bit, Wendy confided in me that she's never had a boyfriend and wants me to be her first boyfriend. You already have a girlfriend? She's aware of that? I pretty much shot that down right away by saying, "You know I love Sue, right? It'd be better if you were actually not thinking what you said." She said straight away to my face, "Yeah, and I'm waiting for the day that you break up and I can carry your broken heart." I got pissed but didn't say anything. Just said, "Well, I gotta go," and walked into the professor's cabin, who had called me for research work assistance that day, knowing that she wouldn't follow me there. So there's a sign. You saw there were red flags about her early on, that she was awkward, and there probably is a reason she doesn't have any friends. But this guy, because he's a nice guy, he's friendly, he befriended her and all that. Doesn't mention her looks or anything. And here we go already. Well, things don't work out, I'll carry your broken heart, whatever the hell she said. A couple days later, she again goes, "When are you breaking up?" And I say, "Stop that, you know it ain't gonna happen." And this continued for a few weeks until yesterday I got extremely pissed and said, "Even if I'm not with her, why the hell would I date you?" Ouch. Rightfully so, but ouch. And to a gal or anybody that's nuts, that's going to set them off. "You ain't even my type. Stop being clingy and find some friends, because if you don't stop your nonsense, I ain't going to remain one of them." After this happened, the other friends from my group who were friendly were also starting to become cold towards her. So she's been relentless about this whole thing. Yeah, she's awkward, but it sounds like she may have some issues, maybe social issues or something along those lines, obviously. And there's a reason she doesn't have people around her and no boyfriend or never had a boyfriend. He says, now things got extreme. I mean extreme. When she jumped at me attempting to kiss me while Sue was standing right there beside me. If the situation was reversed and a guy suddenly jumped a girl and kissed her in front of her boyfriend there, we all know what would happen to that guy. Well, first of all, he'd get his ass kicked. But second of all, that would be called, they would bring him up on charges for assault and all that. Sue knew what was going on, and before I could say anything, she signaled me to keep quiet. And I said nothing as I watched my girlfriend break down Wendy. I told Wendy very calmly, again, do not do that, and that we can remain friends if she can get over me within the month. Are you going to set your watch to that? No. She's been bugging the hell out of you. She's freaking weird. She crossed the line, and that's that. And now she jumps you in front of your girl kissing you, trying to screw things up. This, again, is like a freaking movie about some clingy stalker. And I like to know what he meant when he said that Wendy, Wendy handled that or break her down. I'd like to know that when the girlfriend did that to her. He said, the month has expired and she's back to her old habits. I don't want to put her back into having no friends lifestyle, but I have no choice. Dude, she's a wacko. Stop being Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. White Knight. Even though you're not trying to make her your girlfriend, you're still trying to save her. I've avoided her as much as I can, but I haven't completely shrugged her off yet. But I'm really about to do so. I can't take this nonsense. Some people are definitely going to be like, but you should let it go. She's just depressed. You'll be a bad person to leave her, etc. But I just can't. Should I ditch her or not? Dude, you have to ask this question. Someone's behaving this way, you lay out your terms and boundaries, and they don't respect them over and over and over again, then that's that. You walk away. You did the nice thing by inviting her in, befriending her even though she was awkward. She probably was good looking. Introduced to your friend group, and now she's behaving this way and harassing you and won't stop. And then, let's be honest, assaulted you, right? And still won't back away. You need to get a restraining order, okay? She's nuts. He says, as a little update, he says, after reading your replies, guys, I have a question I urgently need help with. I want to find someone in authority who I can report her behavior to and express my fears of her going towards self-harm just to keep myself out of any possible trouble. Just any adult who the police will listen to when they say that he informed me this could have happened, sort of thing. Well, contact your university, whoever's in charge there, and campus security and all that, and make them aware of the situation. You're being harassed, all right, and go from there. Another update, he says, I went to my student guidance counselor, there you go, and informed him of the situation. He has recorded my grievances in an official document or something, and he's emailed Wendy for an urgent appointment with him. He has asked me not to pursue this further without his knowledge, and that he will relay my concerns to her dorm director. He did say, though, that I can talk to the dean/department, the dean, for more clarity on school policy regarding the situation and what it means for me. Well, let me tell you guys, if this situation was reversed, and this was a girl being bothered by another guy, and a guy did all the things that she's doing to him, you can only imagine what would happen. But if it's a gal, well, we shall see. It says, as for her, in the first common class I had with her, I just told her straight not to make contact of any kind with me again, and threatened a restraining order. The end. I thank everyone here for their advice, and I agree I was being a dumbass. Well, you know what? He's a young guy, and he obviously meant well, and didn't know any better, and learned the hard way. Does this mean every gal or person you befriend is going to behave this way? No, but notice early on he sensed something was up with her. Okay? Trust your gut. I guess that's the common theme to this story that's important, is you trust your gut, guys, always, because somebody's acting weird, something's up, and they don't have any friends, that'll tell you everything you need to know. Now, sure, some people can be loners in this world and be more, keep to themselves, but when they talk to people, there's not any red flags raised. And she just wouldn't back away. And to the point that she, jumped him, assaulted him, honestly, kissed him in front of his own girl to screw things up. Again, this is like some crazy freaking plot to a horror movie. So I hope he learns his lesson here and kicks her to the curb. But something tells me it ain't over with her. And sadly, in these stories, these types of people either do something to themselves or somebody else. Now, some comments here to show I'm not alone in the situation. One guy says here, I'm going to give you some grown-up advice that'll help you out with this and similar situations. Who cares what shitty a-hole fake friends think, and tell the crazy stalker to F off. We're reporting you to the university, to the authorities, and getting a restraining order. She's S-word harassing you and attempting to S-word assault you, and you have the right to live your life free from that. If anyone disagrees, especially fake friends, block them and tell them off. Who cares if she's depressed, and many others are too, and you know we don't go around assaulting others. She has no right to do what she's been doing, no matter what her mental health issues are. And she's got mental health issues. Ignore the idiot a-holes and do what you gotta do to protect yourself and your partner. If you don't do it, it'll only get worse and someone will seriously get hurt. Good luck. Another guy says here, first of all, that's S-word assault. She tried to kiss you knowing you didn't consent. Secondly, she doesn't respect your boundaries, doesn't accept what you tell her, likely has imagined an entire relationship with you. Yep. He says, buddy, if you don't cut her off, this goes badly for you. She tried to claim you in front of your girlfriend. She's next likely to attack you or your girlfriend. Hell, I suspect this has gone beyond walking away and very likely will wander into restraining order territory. Yeah. Just like a movie, this could go with her attacking his girlfriend or something like that. And that would then, like, in her wacko mind, well, if I get rid of the girlfriend, well, then he'll have me. And one more guy says here, well, think about it from this point of view. How would you feel if a male friend was acting this way towards your girlfriend? How would you feel about staying friends with a guy who kept trying to be with her and telling her to dump you to be with him? Would it matter to you if she was the only of his friends? He says, look, you aren't responsible for Wendy, and it isn't you who is accountable if she can't make friends of her own. Her behavior is kind of unacceptable, and she's already ruined their friendship. She tried to S-word assault you in front of your girlfriend. I'm actually impressed your girlfriend didn't deck her. This woman is toxic, and I would bet my money she will continue to act this way. Yeah, he says something that his girlfriend did something to her. I don't know what that was, but obviously it wasn't clocking her. Because let me tell you, I've had a couple girlfriends in my past where some other girl went up and kissed me or whatever. They would have kicked her ass. Another guy says here, if you reverse genders, there'd be an outcry from your friends, and rightly so. And there you go, and that sums it up. So guys, that's a quick story about no good deed goes unpunished. Watch out who you befriend, watch out for the red flags, and especially with the crazy. And if somebody crosses your boundaries, you can't continue letting them in your life because you feel bad for them. And you know my opinion about being friends with girls. Not that they're all going to act this way, of course not, but just unnecessary, unwanted drama into your life. Hang out with your bros and work on your purpose, and the only girl in your life is either your relationship guy, your girlfriend, and of course if she's worth it, or a girl or girls you're hooking up with, nothing more. That's just me. Alright guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below, let me think about this, and be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.